dog? Ooh. Huh? Do I who? Who? Primary weapon, secondary weapon, dodge, interrupt, sprint, block, item reveal, stealth, abilities, aggressive. What is aggressive? Mana. Casual. Cash. He wants to insert his button, what?
From the beginning, we were wrong. And only now, well into the second decade of the conflict, have we begun to understand the mistakes we have made. We lived in harmony among the Fae, in a world awakened to new magic. Perhaps we should have foreseen what might be born on this rising tide.
That shit also be there.
What force might awaken. A force powerful enough to twist even the eternal and immutable Fae folk. But Gadflow, the new king of the Winter Court, surprised us all. Singular among his people, he was all that other Fae were not. Aggressive, ambitious, visionary. He had power like none we had ever seen. Terrible and deadly. Gadflow and his followers, the Tuatha Deon, believed that a new god was to be born in the east, beneath Gadflow's crystalline fortress of Amathen. In the name of that god, they marched to war against the young races of Amalur. Against a mortal army, no matter the power of their god, we might have been victorious. But the Fae are creatures of magic, not bound by the laws of life and death. Each Tuatha fallen on the battlefield would soon rise again, for the Fae do not know death as we do. How could we stand against such a force? For 10 years the war raged. For 10 years the armies of Men and Alpha fought and died. But as our numbers dwindled, we knew that it was only a matter of time. Our fate had been written. At least, that is what we believed. Until you died.
Let loose the wolves of war. Yeah, you just make dog noises at me? You know, I'm gonna have to try that Kingdom Come Deliverance again.
What do you think this one is then? Alpha? Not I. Could even be a Jotun. Always a surprise, eh, Garan?
Eyes on the job, boy. Don't matter what it is. Dead's dead. And be thankful for that. All we've seen. Go on and pull back the sheet, though. It'll need to be in our report, one way or the other.
What do you mean? Oh. Mm-hmm. Mm. Blacksmithing, alchemy, persuasion, lockpicking, detected in Mercantile. Dispel, Sagecraft, Alchemy, Sagecraft, Stealth, Persuasion. Pew, pew, pew. Pew, 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 pew. They do not shy from conflict. They prefer to also use subtlety and with grace, effectively in silence. Hardened but I sees the Varani. Just as frequently pirates and mercenaries. Tempting. Warlike and religious nation. Lockpicking detected in mercantile, blacksmith, alchemy, persuasion, blacksmithing. Don't really care about alchemy. Lockpicking detected in mercantile. You wanna play with who's what? Mischief, patron bonus, experience. Must have been odd. God's dead. That's funny. Fate, magic, and luck. Mischief, patron, bro. What the hell kind of stupid shit is that? You wanna bubble who with Unity? Whoa, 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 whoa. Now you're saying a little too much. Whoa. You just saying what they're saying, what they're saying, what they're saying. Poison resistance. He say you did what with what? What the fuck? Jewel of Yaka Laka Laka. You wanna play with who's what he what? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it has like a fence around it that you gotta lift up and use your axe on to hold it up. Yeah, that's how you draw it in. And the stupid thing is, it actually like holds in place once you get him in there. I think it should be good enough for one. I got them both in there, but you never know. Yeah, because they'll try to follow you. They really want to bite the shit out of you. They really do. Like, fucking assholes. Yeah, it's really retarded.
He's a Docklefar. No surprise there. I've seen a lot of them, though not usually in this good of shape. All right then, make sure it goes into the report. You know he'll want all the details.
Amazing how well the body held up. Better than I've seen.
I'm just glad it's not moving. Must have been born under a lucky star, this one.
Anything else we need?
Unless you'd like to name him, I think we're done. Put him with the others.
Put him with the others. That's rude. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's it for you then. Better luck next time.
Yeah, the stupid thing is you gotta end up going all the way back to get back up there. It's like, ugh. There's no quick route. Surely not. Afterwards. That chain, you gotta be up. I fucked up. I know, I finished everything and then I got the chain and kicked it down. And didn't think anything of it until now. Oh shit. Didn't have the chain down, that's why. Yeah, it's like a land dragon, apparently. That's what they classify him as, dragon, drake, something like that. But it's like some little badass.
They're all over. Run!
Scatter, children of dust! Scatter before the might of the Tuatha!
Help! Anybody!
You! Up there, please help me!
More
please!
mortal scum? No matter. You'll all die.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. If you hadn't played, I've seen you. It worked! By the tome, it worked! You're a... No, clearly not. The Well of Souls remade your body. What? The well restored your soul to your... We must get you to Professor Hughes right away. He'll have... Oh, we've never... Hughes may have the answer to that as well. You, Professor... The Tuatha, take these. They'll help keep you safe. Oh, we've never seen it this far. We just put it in the furnace, and there will be plenty of time. He'll be in his study on the ground floor. Let me get this going. The honor of it. Right this way. You go first.
Yeah, surprisingly like 90 or 80 at some point.
This is what they're
most
after.
of the map.
Our greatest invention. The Well of Souls. Imagine an end to war. An end to death. See if you can find anything useful. Wait! Do you hear something? More to offer! You're going to need more than just that sword. That one had a bow. Get it? Archers up ahead. Best shoot them before they see us. Go, go, go!
Not blink or something? Have you not blinked?
Daggers are deadly if you catch an enemy unaware. Their speed more than makes up for their size.
I'll take what I can get.
More up ahead. If you can sneak up on them with your daggers, you should be able to finish them quickly and quietly.
Easily corrected. Look at the moors of vermin scattered.
Cave blossoms only respond in the presence of magic. Perhaps there is more to you than it seems. Incredible! What are you? They've completely covered the tunnel. Maybe you can use that staff to burn a path through. Not more spiders. Burn them. Burn them! Hurry! Get out of here! Them. Eat some. Get alive. That's what I intend to find out. Plate armor. Nothing protects. Leather armor is thin, but will give you the speed to reach an enemy's. Simple cloth frees your. This is where we part ways. But take whatever you want from this armory. We might have a few things. Just make sure you get to choose. We can hold off the Tuatha here. I suppose these might be able to help if the Tuatha realize what you are. He's directing. He needs to. I'll see you on the outside. Go on. There isn't time to. I'll see you on the outside. If fate wills it.
Scholars are soft. The Tuatha will find my Praetorians are a tougher breed. We Praetorians are tempered in battle, like the finest steel.
You've made it. And look at you. Even with all you've been through. Please forgive me. You must be terribly everything you see here is dedicated to one thing. The Well of... If we only had the time. There's so much we might learn from one another. You don't know. They're called... But how could they have found us out here? We're miles away from the front lines. The war has never touched Dalentarth. And why attack the well? The Fae are complicated. I could write 10 volumes on the effects of immortality on their pseudo-feudal court system alone. I am Fomorus Hughes, Scholar of Vivification Prime Circle. We're standing above my life's work, the Well of Souls. And there's so much to learn about you, though. I imagine it's all a bit muddled. A side effect of the prismere? Shape of the basin? No. If only we had more time. I wish I could tell you more, but your death is a mystery to me as well. It seems that your memory died with your body. You see, the well is designed to capture the soul of someone recently deceased, recreating their physical form within its waters. Simple, really. Your rebirth is the first we might truly call a success. There have been others, but the results weren't quite right. The Tuatha are a radical splinter of the Fae. Insane, bloodthirsty, and immortal. Even when they die, their essence returns home to be reborn later. They hate mortals like you and me, and want us wiped off the face of Amalur. I can only imagine how much they hate the idea of mortals being reborn. It's been my life's work. Decades of research with a singular goal, ending death itself. And now, you're the only proof that it's a success. But why did it work on you and no one else? What makes you different from the others? There are so many questions to ask, and if we're to get any answers, we've got to get you someplace safe. Too much to explain right now. The Tuatha have come to stop my work, but I don't believe they know about you. Not yet. What's important is getting you out of here safely. You're the only proof of what we've achieved here. I may not be able to save the well, but I can ensure that its only success is safe. We're in the Feylands, miles away from the front lines. I thought we were safe enough from the war, but it seems some of the Tuatha found their way here anyway. Of course you do. Please, though, we must hurry. Good. We can't waste time. Absolutely not. I've got my notes, but it's most important that you stay safe. It's just that you're... Wait, where are you going?
Fascinating. Simply astounding. I'm not certain what's caused it, but somehow...
Yes, as I was saying, I'm not sure what... Perhaps I should go see.
Sir! Mr. Hughes! The Tuatha have reached the lab! They're inside the...
No! We've got to get you out of here now! Quickly! Follow the path to the town of Gorhart. Find Agath. He's a friend, and he may be able to help. No matter what else, stay alive!
you brute! Tear this tower apart!
Why are you making dog noises?
Told them we needed more guards.
Who the what? I said, who the what?
Thank Matharu, another survivor. Are there any more? I suppose that's a little bit of kindness from fate. May those still trapped inside rest peacefully. This was supposed to be a nice isolated grove. So much for that. For Morris Hughes was one of the greatest minds of our generation. The Well of Souls was a dream that was almost too good to come true. Who knows why the Tuatha hate
Jason
mortals?
David Frank.
Who knows why the Fae do half the things they do? The well
recall
was
who
a
that is.
beautiful dream, an end to death, a cure to tragedy.
I don't recall who that is.
It would have made war pointless. It could have saved the world. We should have known it was too good to exist. Now our friends have paid the price. Stay safe. We'll be moving soon.
The fuck?
Another survivor? But I've never seen you in the tower. Were you one of the Professor's assistants in the downstairs projects? Did he escape with you? That sounds like him. Professor Hughes was very thoughtful. I mean, he is very thoughtful. I'm sure he found a way to get out. He must have! Alistair is remote enough that we don't get a... Oh, you mean Agarth? He visits Hughes every once in a while. I never could figure out why they got along. You should be able to find him in Gorhart, just down the road, past the ruins. You can't miss it. We all knew Fomerus was a genius, but I'll admit, even I had my doubts about him being able to bring the dead back to life. Guess the Tuatha weren't very pleased that it worked. I just don't understand the Tuatha. I mean, most Fae aren't violent. The wild ones can be, but no more than any forest. But the Tuatha are some sort of cult among the Winter Fae. Before they invaded Erethel, no one could have imagined the Fae ever marching to war. Brilliant idea, the Well of Souls. Plucks dead people out of the ether, rebuilds their body, and brings them back. At least that's what it was supposed to do. Guess we'll never know if it worked now. We should be safe here. At least a little longer this far.
I saw you fighting there. We could have used more of you. Did they really have a troll? I don't know how the Tuatha found us, but if they had a troll, it couldn't have been an accident. Fate was kind to collapse that doorway behind you,
with your,
or they would have
shield.
chased us into the glade.
The heavy attack instead of the normal attack.
We started building here when they found Prismere in the mines nearby. Never thought we'd see Tuatha this far out west, though. Fate weavers? Ah, charlatans. Hughes ran off, you say? I wouldn't worry too much. The old man's tough. They're technically a type of wild fae. Related to the fae of the summer and winter courts, actually. Dangerous enough in the wild. The Tuatha also use them in their army. I never did trust fae to begin with. Well, those Tuatha are the worst sort. They waged some sort of holy war against humans and Alpha for years now. But the front's all the way out east. What are they doing out here? How did they know about this place? The well was incredible, but it took armloads of Prismere crystals to keep the thing active. That's why we built it so close to the Stone Candle mines. They even put in a few tunnels to deliver the crystals directly into the well. I told them it wasn't safe. Looks like I was right. Again. Look out there.
Damn.
You! I remember you. You're the one? How did you come back? How did you find me here? No, I had no idea anything like that would happen. The Well of Souls is bigger than one gnome's pet project. My employer pays for information about its progress. I just send the reports to make some money on the side. I never wanted anyone to get hurt. I promise you, if I knew who it was, I'd tell you. Sharing research... I don't have... Okay, here. It's all I've got. plus what I got paid for the information. I don't want any part of this. I'm going home to Odessa. What is this world coming to?
I'm surprised though, because my weapons are all like level 8. Already maxed out on the skills and everything. Future. The bus captains. Lindworm or Lana worm or some. They are indeed ugly. They are indeed very, very ugly. So ugly, they make you wonder, why in the hell do they exist?
You've come from the tower, haven't you? Name's Agarth. Maybe you can help an old Fate Weaver, eh? Fate Weavers look at the great tapestry of fate. The threads will tell us how a life will unfold. But knowing the future and being able to change it are two very different things. Did he? Poor old Fomerus Hughes. He respected the way the world works. What a shame. He's probably dead by now. The cards told me that the Well of Souls would work, but Hughes' success would come on the day of his death. He took it pretty well, honestly, although we did a lot of drinking after that. I suppose I could spare a little help in memory of Hughes, or in celebration of his success. Whichever. You really don't know much, do you? A Fate Weaver taps into the threads of fate and channels that energy through a focus. My order prefers cards. The cards are unique to each Fate Weaver, since we all see the weave differently. You're the one.
Then that means it all makes sense now. The cards this morning. I drew the Gravedigger, the Running Man, and the Beast. Prepare yourself. They're coming.
Another dustling for the heart.
Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum.
What? How? What are you? The threads of fate. I've seen them before, but I've never seen anyone manipulate them like that. You just changed how the world was supposed to work. How did you do that? Hughes may have brought you back to life, but that was still part of fate's plan. Nothing short of a god can do what you did. Come here. I'm going to do a reading. You might be able to change the threads, but fate will still have a plan for you. I promise not to tell you if I see your death. It's a gift. Some people paint landscapes, other people write poetry. I peer into the weave of fate's tapestry and see people's deaths. That would be my guess. He was an academic, but he had a proper respect for fate's plan, unlike most gnomes. You're nervous. Relax. This is what fate weavers do. I'll be seeing your place in the pattern of destiny. Who you are, what you've done, where your path takes you. Or, at least, I should be. You're real, right? I swear I haven't had that much. Fate's weave is always hard to see. It's in motion, hard to make out, but undeniably there. Yours is just missing. This doesn't make sense. All mortal creatures have a place in the pattern. You should have one too, dead or not. If this is true, and I'm not saying I believe it, then your path is yours to determine. I can see the threads around you, but they're shifting, changing so rapidly, I can't make sense of them. Normally the threads would guide my hand to the cards, and I'd use those cards to see your pattern in the weave. But it just didn't happen. They wouldn't focus. So either there's something wrong with me, and there isn't, or there's something very wrong with you. It could mean nothing, or it could mean everything. The world is changing. You might be a sign of that, or maybe the cause. I've never had a reason to doubt my own readings, but we should consult with Arden. He's not a friend, but he's got a good eye for the tapestry. I'll meet you at his home to the east. I'm going to see if I can be of any help to the wounded at the tower. Once I was Agarth the Unyielding, the Blade of Avgrum. I wrestled the Colossus priestess and declined knighthood by the High King of the Fae. I was a hero of men, but that wasn't enough for me. I joined the Fate Weavers, hoping to find a way to conquer destiny itself. Turns out fate is the one thing I couldn't fight. You can find Arden's little cottage in the middle of Joven. Had to move there when he got run out of town. He's a damned good Fate Weaver, but that doesn't make you very popular. Especially not in dark days like these. We are all threads in the tapestry of fate. Measured, woven, and cut according to a great plan. Fate Weavers undertake the task of reading those threads. Our title always was a bitter lie, since we have no control over how that tapestry is woven. But you do. And when a Fate Weaver looks at your place in the weave, we see only the shapes of what you may choose to become. The Fate Weavers were once a great, unified order of sages from all the mortal races. We foretold the destinies of kings and gods. But that power takes a toll. Nobody likes bad news. And all the news in the world is getting worse. The Order splintered long ago. Now the old traditions are all but lost. And all I foretell is the fate of my beer. And I see it being empty soon. Hughes was always an odd one. Curious and determined as any of his kind, sure. He never shut up about his work. But he always knew what was important. He didn't worry about dying as long as he knew he'd get the well working. The Tuatha aren't like any Fae I've ever known. They're cruel, bloodthirsty, and savage. Why, they're practically human. That's just it. I don't know if you've got one, but that's why we're going to see Arden. He lives in a little hut to the east in Yulven. I'll meet you there. What could this all mean?
Eat too many chicken nuggets and you might go blind.
Of all the songs in halls of lore, there echoes none more grand than Olain's many feats of might, the pure and lady of the light. She is a knight of golden knot. She is the cure seeker, the conscience of the summer fae. She is the heart of spring, of day.
Oh, you do that too? Fucking talk shit to him wherever he goes. Motherfucker, die.
Everyone just stand back. The warden can't work when you're crowding so close. Go back to your business. Go on.
What are we here for now? Yeah, what you waiting for now, huh?
I'm not accustomed. It was difficult enough to adjust to life during wartime. Now we have to be on our guard for Tuatha right here in our own home. What is this world coming to? Truth be told, I know nothing of why the Tuatha are at war with the Alfar, nor why men fight the way they do. All I know is who picks up the pieces. The Tuatha's madness infected the Winter Court. All Fae existed peacefully for centuries, until the Tuatha got involved. It's sad. My experience is limited to Arnik Arjuna and Katrin Alway. They seem the same as any of the rest of us. Wiser, perhaps, but decent, hard-working folk. I'm hardly a scholar, but I can tell you what I know. There are two Fae factions, the gentle Court of Summer and its coarser cousin, the Court of Winter. As a child, we were told stories of their ancient rivalry. These are surely myths, but enough to scare a young girl. In the last few years, the Court of Winter has fallen, corrupted by a group of powerful Fae called the Tuatha. It's the Tuatha we fight, and the Tuatha we will defeat. I would think they were a myth if not for the Tuatha. Perhaps they view us as intruders in their lands. Perhaps they disapprove of our civilized ways. Perhaps they know something we don't. I fear that most of all. I was a miller's love who became a miller's wife. Now I am the wife of a soldier. My duty is to hold vigil for my beloved and for all our men on the lines. I was born and raised right here in the village. Well, not in Gorhart proper, but on a farmstead outside the village boundaries. It was a good life. Before the war, of course. It's my understanding that they were once members of the Court of Winter, and Fae like any other. But something dark lured them, took them, and twisted them in its grip. Farewell.
Hello?
What is the mission hiding? Why are its gates forever closed? These are the questions we all should be asking. Insist that St. Odwig's admit monks of all sexes and races into its ranks, or tell them to peddle their poison elsewhere. Where is the order that Mitharu has given us? I see no order in obstruct.
Welcome to St. Odwig's perpetual mission. I would invite you in, but the Order has been too trusting. Although, one never... You have arrived just when I am in need of aid. So perhaps the Fae are stubborn. I have been with the mission. The first, alas, we have yet to We at St. Odwig's have worked for years. The call of the Faelands does not fall upon deaf ears, and many of our youngest don't have the will to resist. Take 2 nights ago, Egan ventured past the walls to collect firewood and never returned. We must find him before anything happens. Odarath is a savage land. Every day we must face both the beasts of the wood and the evil. I fear for Brother Egan's soul. He knows nothing of the world of Fae and Alfar, trust and temptation. He is like a baby, eyes wide at the world around him. Mitharu be praised. Brother Egan was last seen northeast of here, just off the road near the Fae ruin. Please find him. Perhaps then we can welcome you into the fold with open arms. I tried my best to comfort. Egan was last seen in... May Mitharu protect you.
Mitharu believes in justice, in equality, in order. What order is there when few choose to subjugate the many? Are we not...
Keep moving. Unless you're an expert scholar on the Fae, I'd suggest you move along. No reason to be out in the open with the Red Legion about. What are they? I'm not sure, but they've been here for longer than any of us can imagine. They're older than the trees. They have to be. They grew them. Humans and immortals cannot live together in peace. At least not forever. The peace we have with the Summer Court is unnatural. That's my opinion. You might call it a Fey nation, one of two united factions that rule their kind. The Summer Court are not exactly allies, but they do let us be, most of the time. It's the other Fey, the Winter Court, that has spawned the dreaded Tuatha, a vicious clan of killers who wish to defeat and enslave all mortals. Are you playing a trick on me? I would hope so. We're going on 10 years of the mortals and the Tuatha locked in a deadly embrace. Normally, I'd decry the bloodshed, but this is a conflict that we cannot afford to lose. Bandits, but no ordinary bandits. Surely you've heard of Red the Dead Idward. They say he drinks the blood of his captives, that he consumes their souls. Or perhaps those are just rumors. You should be fine if you stay inside the village. Once you go beyond the boundaries of Gorhart, however, your life is in your hands. The Brothers of St. Odwig's are an odd sort, scurrying back and forth across the mission like squirrels gathering nuts. I wonder what goes on behind those closed doors. I'd never seen one of them until a day or so ago. It appears that a small group of warriors ventured inland to strike behind our lines. Believe the stories, friend. The Tuatha are mad. They have been touched by a dark magic. They are wholly corrupted, and they are the enemy. I don't know if you noticed, but St. Odwig's mission closed its gate
I don't care what you race. It's a tragedy whenever anyone's savage. Just look at the poor creature. She's been beaten to the brink of death. The Fae may be strange, but they peaceful. That's about all I know. Peaceful. That's about all I know. Our fate rests in the hands of a few Gorhart has become a sort of refuge. But we're a good community full of good people. I've been back from the war for only 6 months. I've seen the Red Legion has been a presence in the area. They're a wicked breed, though. It appears people. I don't know whether we possess the knowledge to. It's in case you haven't heard. Well, seek her wisdom. She spends her days in the precipice overlooking. Hope you stay in town.
Damn Red Legion. Needs, I wish I was fighting in the war. The action is in the east. No one's ever seen Tuatha this far west.
I don't trust those Brothers of St. Odwig's. What are they hiding behind those stone walls?
What? Or some shit like that. No idea.
Hello. Welcome to Gorhart, the last settlement before the Feylands. How can I fill your pack today? The Alfar and the Tuatha have been at each other's throats for nearly a decade now. I can't remember the reason. I wonder if they can. You will find it settled on a small lake beside the eastern road. Compared to Gorhart, Didenhill could be called... The Fey are elemental creatures, magical and strange. None too considerate of us mortals, either. It's best that you stay out of the eastern forest. I've seen... Some call it the... There's Nettie the Smith, and... Oh, I doubt it's an organized group. Me. Widowed, going on 5 years now. All my boys were taken by the Tuatha. Both sons, my brother, and my beloved Avery. Wicked business, this war. I refuse to speak of them. Please respect my wishes. I told you, I will say no more on this. matter. Come see me again.
Yeah. That's a crazy. Ooh. Copy, copy, copy.
Don't start any trouble.
The world may never know. C'est la vie.
Come in. Care to part with some gold? Goodbye.
Encuesta, encuesta. Maybe. We'll see. Who's the man?
She bested Threng in combat fair. Finian cycles kept. The exploits of this maiden's role, a burdensome and heavy toll. She lived among the mortal clans and bargained with their kind. Throughout the town they stood in fear of the brilliant fighter near.
Yes? What could a mortal vagabond need with Casmaran the Eternal mess? Speak! My time may be of the ages, but it is still... I'm new to... I want to visit the gardens of Issa. It sounds rather silly, doesn't it? I need a mage... What about Abner, the visionary? Mortal races have no lasting Yes, I'm quite sure. Father Dimwell and the others are fools, and they believe... You see, they can't obtain... Wait! They are named Finn. In exchange, they want an ancient... They are fate. All they require of me is to fetch for them this relic. Fine. If you want to be so noble, it is in the caves of Waterhall Down. It is called the Selkie Veil, and it's said to possess the power to transform its wearer into any form he wishes. Finner says it belongs to the Fae, but was stolen. See you later.
Yes.
I don't know if what the Fae say about these stones is true, but if it is, well, this is just too good to not save forever. Lystrom was out of town when Artol was visiting. Now, Lystrom doesn't know Artol, and Artol is older and strange. She could be mistaken for a Fate Weaver. So, when Lystrom came back to town, here was Artol the Oracular. I said to Lystrom, I hear her readings are amazing. You should go. My, you should have seen it. A rooster, she said, will change into a man, and this man will become your lover. He will provide for you, and he will make you laugh, and he will make your life exciting and easier. But, and this is something you can never forget, he must never eat chicken. And once in a while, he will need to peck at things on the ground, and every morning at the break of dawn, you'll hear a loud cry from him.
May your hollow gods keep you, mortal. I am called Aerie. Your face is new to me. You're different from those in Gorhart. They amuse me, and I strive to learn all I can from them. Have you come to ask about the Tuatha? I can offer only what I know, and hope it will suffice. I wandered the forest for many seasons, listening to lore stones of the great ballads. Before that, I dwelled in the gardens of Issa. I prefer the quiet of this village, the mirth of the witless. We are kin to the seasons and cycles of all life, to new life and perpetual growth. Mortals may view the warmth of the petals and smell the beauty of a newborn bud, but only Fae know the strength of the roots beneath the surface. Fae lands? Yes, I've heard these words before, but do not understand their meaning. There are only Fae, and there is only land. I do find all main sentiments so charming. I cannot reveal much. The gardens are the jewel of the summer court, a wonder beheld by few mortals. It is located far east of here in a wood so thick it would devour all but those who knew its secrets. Do not pursue such mysteries, mortal. They are not for you. I adore every sad soul in the village, even stubborn Herc with his tender heart, and drunken old Arnick. The widow fascinates me. She has no idea that her lover is dead. I watch them from my perch, hoping to learn the meaning behind their pursuits and passions. If I could, I would grant each of them an eternity. Alas, I cannot. They contain memories, great moments, ideas, songs, and inspirations. The Fae do not record their words in ink or on paper. Ink fades, paper crumbles. Lore stones mark where our kind has made a lasting impression, where the seasons slowed to take note of glory on a grand scale. I find them so interesting, from their vestments to their odd habits and demeanors. Just yesterday I saw a monk from the Almain mission sneaking through the underbrush. Strange creatures you are. Strange, but glorious. I feel them near, flitting through the western woods like shafts of shadow in the sunlight. What could have brought them here, I wonder? The Tuatha do not trouble themselves with easy prey. If they prowl these woods, it is for worthy quarry. Yes, I witnessed this crime, although I did not recognize the one who perpetrated it. It is often difficult to distinguish one mortal from another. The victim was Illuvia, but I knew her only by name. You must be hoping that I can offer advice, but I cannot. If she is meant for the Great Cycle, then so be it. However, I would be quite interested to find out whether one of my kind would benefit from one of your mortal remedies. I've always wondered. It will need to be powerful. Your delicate forms are far more sensitive than ours. In fact, it's astounding that you survive as long as you do. Perhaps your mortal apothecary can provide one. You can always create the potion yourself if you possess the skill. All of us are at the mercy of the changing seasons, mortal and fey alike. If it is one's time to pass into the Great Cycle, then we must not protest. The passing is keeping with autumn, and is as natural as the eventual rebirth. Farewell.
I have a secret to tell you. I am not sad. When I was a girl, my father used to tell me that when you grow old with someone, you tie your fates together and create a pattern that is part yours and part theirs. My father said that this is why when an old person dies, their partner is never far behind. But I do not feel that way. I feel free.
I know where I'm going. Stay close.
Off to Waterhall.
If we're going to press on, then I'll ask you to stay close. I have no courage to speak of. Honest. Ask Father. I don't know much about the relic, only that it was supposedly crafted by a Fey mage named Armen the Clever. Armen is a good name. Not as good as Casmaran, though. Local legend says that the great Fey mage Armen the Clever retreated to these caverns to hide his treasures from mortal hands. Among them, the Selkie Veil. Goodbye now. Glad I brought my sword.
Give you extra stat. Somewhat useful. Nice is actually like 10 or some shit, so like 2 or some shit.
We must find the veil. let's go. Arbos and Finna will be waiting. Come. Finna and Arbos. Bye then.
What is this? Our little Egan has made a friend? I have a feeling this is going to be a problem. A charming boy, but simple. My brother and I do prefer them witless and eager. He would have done so much more for us if not for you. Before the war, we plundered Rothir from within. We were so successful that the Warsworn had bounties on our heads. Not much, but sadly all good things must come to an end. With the arrival of so many wartime outlaws, we were forced to relocate here. It was for the best, if you ask me. Legend states that the wearer of the veil will be granted strange abilities, fey abilities. So you can imagine why my brother and I might be... Obviously, anyone who has ever glimpsed a fey would know that. Unlike little Egan here, your head holds... The Feylands are such fertile ground for games. The inhabitants are so oafish you can fill your pockets with... Are you going to give us what's rightfully ours, or do we need to start a new game? My brother and I are always ready to play. Then you'll have to pay for it with your life. You see, we have much invested in this deception. Blood, gold, not to mention the owl. We may be criminals, but we're an honourable pair. We worked hard for our prize, and now we mean to have it. Poor choice. Besides, Egan was just an instrument, a tool, as I'm sure you discovered. You outsmarted us once, stranger. Goodbye for good.
I didn't know. How could I? Before I came to Gorehart, I'd never known anyone outside my immediate family. Everything was so new, so magical. You must think me a fool. And Father Dinwell... Come. See you later.
You've been playing with your chicken nuggets a little too much, eh? Like, alright, you fucking caught me.
Come, on to St. Odwig's.
Turn to the butt side.
Let's get out of the forest. Must we return? Although all of those things are quite frightening. Perhaps it is for the best. Bye then.
Hello. Great Mitharu. Egan has returned. As for you, you have done as I asked, and we here at St. Odwig's are forever grateful. It is only by the grace of...
Welcome back.
another one.
Oh, I didn't see. I never thought it would happen. They're coming. Even I'll admit it. The people here are kind. It filled the hunger I was hoping. I was not but blunt. It's all here in Red's letter. I could. The only other choice is to kill the men who left with me. I do what I must. Ugnar work when it's finished. It is a sacrament of the Red Legion. Ugnar could. Idrin, however, rivals own. I fought under Red for you. Ugnar works for the inn. Thoru is with you. How can I help?
Have you come to protest the mission as well? The news has spread to every... St. Odwig's cannot resist much longer. If such creatures were not part of the authorities' plan, then he would be a good man if he could... It is the name I chose when I baptized. You don't... Father Dinwell will... She was... Never make assumptions. Father, you have done a good thing today, my friend.
Make it quick. I've got work to do. Can't pay my debts with firewood, not in Gorhart. Gorhart is an Almain settlement, so you won't find... If there was ever a reason to believe that Fae and mortals cannot live together, it is this strange... The Alfar fight without any true knowledge. Those fools in that mission on the hill away suits my needs just... What do you know of the Red Legion? Whatever it is, forget it. You should speak with him if you haven't already. I'd rather not talk about it. I knew if you want to collect my dagger, you'll have to fight me for it. Edward knows where I am. When he shows up, the only thing to keep... You're right. I've spent years trying to bury my past, hoping to wash away my sins with an honest day's work. If I took the blood... Take my dagger. Tell him I'm dead. For the Ugnar Odgrey you once knew is truly gone. This is folly. You know that.
Oh. I just assassinated him. I didn't mean it. Fucking stupid chicken. Just like Reyna. Fucking stupid chicken. You dishonor your family.
Hello there.
You there? Do you feel nauseous? Itchy? Have you noticed any blood leaking from your eye sockets? I've been noticing the symptoms everywhere. No, this situation could not be any worse. If the Red Legion is involved, then we... Haven't you seen it? The Tuatha will not settle for you. Now I spend my sleepless nights... This is a place of research. When the scholars in the tower... Back long ago, these villains... Everything in Amalur I'm sure I have a vial somewhere in this... Why ask if you must... Only my apprentice, Karth, and I knew of my... It was... To say more would be to reveal my secret. His name? I've never seen one so... I'm not... Once you've ensured Karth's safe, the villagers believe it's... He always spoke of his time as a wastrel. I fear for his life. Karth was gifted in a way...
Assassini. 5 damage from resistant. Physical depth heavily mutated. We should have looked at fire band.
That I I've witnessed in only farewell. Time is of the essence. That's never been more farewell.
In the country of Niralim's embrace, the summer manifests as an immortal flame. You know her, him, it, as the resplendent warrior, or the ardent conqueror. You mortals named him King Issa. In the youth of your people's memory, you bore witness to Issa's exploits. He is your legend of might and eminence. Come, listen to a tale of Issa and On, the God Storm. The Withering War.
Ugh, finally. Someone that looks like they could stand up to a moderate breeze. There's need for an adventurer such as yourself. Me and a crew are mounting an expedition to a new land, south of here. Halleck's brainchild, if you can believe it. I don't share his optimism about the loot we'll find, but if we get only a fraction of it... Made a living pillaging the ruins of old places like Talarain. Robbing the dead tastes better than stealing from the living. I'm a good enough thief. Never once been caught. Still have all my fingers, or didn't you notice? Well, I know there aren't much women way out here, but let's stop all the attention, shall we? It's a touch embarrassing. The name's enough to put most explorers off. Bugger them, I say. Just less competition. Besides, what's in a name? I spent 2 years trying to make a fortune in a land called the Painted Orsks. Never did find out what an Orsk was. Ah, clever and strong, I see. It's as I said, we're going to the teeth of Naros, the land south of Dalentarth. If you want more information, seek Hellick Cross. He's leading us. We're camped beyond Ettenmere. Fine. Well, glad to see that you made it here safe and... Well, I know there aren't much women way out here, but let's stop all the attention, shall we? It's a touch embarrassing. Glad that's done with. Don't bother me.
Two legs, please. They hit me and drove my butt. This is good for the new. The sprites are near. Thank thee, warned. The sprites have much that. Were I a wolf, this is good for the hunt. This is a black. The sprites guard the hunt.
Finally! For a while I thought only the Warsworn used. Henry Kell's my name. Traveller by vocation. I have no trade, but I do have a job for one like yourself. Interested? None are safe from its wilting touch. Not even the travellers. Like everyone in Amalur, our fate is in the cards. Lambs, all of them, yes. The people in Gorhart wish to hide from the war beneath the trees. But you and I both know the truth. I'm a firstborn traveller's child, raised to live the way my people have for centuries, by wit and wiles. New to the Feylands, yes? We travellers are folks without land, law, or king. We go where we want and do what we please. That aside, it's pretty much common knowledge that we're some of the greatest thieves in the land. Kiss a traveller and count your teeth, so the saying goes. They usually stay with the war in the east, thankfully so. But I've killed a few here in the Dark Wood. Wish I knew what brought them. Anyone who labours to defy nature is a fool. The Warsworn built that keep to stand for all time. But it will fall, like all the others. They should heed the lesson of Castle Yolven. If magic wishes to reclaim what's rightfully hers, she will do it. An ancient castle inhabited by spiders. They say a witch is involved in its overthrow. I do not know of such things. I've travelled Webwood many times, but that was before the recent unpleasantness. Spiders have overtaken the forest. It is best avoided. It is the crossroads of the southern and eastern routes. It is also a haven for those wishing to escape the horrors. To the west lies Gorhart Village. To the north is the House of Ballads. At first listen, the Fae speak in riddles, but bend an ear. They revere stories. It is how they give their lives meaning. If you can call what they do life, the House of Ballads is a place where the Fae revel in their past glories. It is north of here, if you're curious. Most travellers have qualms about dealing with the fair folk. Harder to read than a human, and fewer many. These ballads Fae, they are not only rich in lore. I've heard snippets of a ballad, and a beautiful ruby ring, and I need someone to help me get it. Never met a traveller before, have you? We may look humble, but our purses are always full. You can find a lot of coin if you know where to look, and when. The ballad is called Ring and Reprisal. I know little about it, but if we reenact the ballad step by step... In the story, a maiden asks a champion to reclaim a ring stolen by a troll.
A what?
It's a few years too late, but I'll play the role of the maiden.
The wishing ring?
You be the champion. First, you must prove your prowess by hunting wild antelope and bring back something to lure the troll. It is the story of a maiden who lost her ring to a greedy troll. A young knight wishing to be her champion. The champion killed antelope and used the carcass as bait. When the troll came to feed, the knight killed the troll, and the ballads of these Fae repeat naturally. But if we reprise it now, we can force the troll and the ring to appear again. It's the way these Fae work. Who knows? You'd have better luck getting an answer from one of these damn Fae. You can find an antelope nearby. Bring them down and get proof of your kills. We'll need them later on. Hurry back!
Shitty things tonight.
If I have to live for the rest of my life without him knowing, well then I'll deal with that. I think there's something to be said for it. I think it's noble. Yeah, I could tell someone, but that's just asking for praise. What makes it an act of kindness is that nobody knows, or at least that he doesn't know. I let him have the glory. No one has to know his arrow missed. He saved the town. He's a hero.
I was told of ancient days when wise priestess Beala Tirin to goddess Lyria spoke. The people, remembering all after war, called for Durek's fate. Slay them, the foul and wretched tribe, said Dokofar. Spare them, the poor and miserable beasts, cried Losalfar. Their minds, depraved and hatred-poisoned, twisted. Alfar struck Alfar over drink, at feast, when all else is merry, when peace reigns in havens. Hateful, I am told, were cousins towards each other. From the cold-blessed Ferial, Beala Tirin, with a head to seek Lyria's guidance, set forth on a pilgrimage.
As the tree roots into the earth, the tendrils of thoughts twist to the soul. As the fire renews the field, the birthing labours produce the foal. As the mantis climbs to his mate, the heart outstretched to her fair hand. As the hunter kills its prey, beside this hill he crafts from sand.
Yeah, from the first one. I was thinking about too. I was like, fucking patrols and bitches or something. Still a pleasure to see you anyways. I'll go and do something stupid like that. Teddy bear.
I've been tracking you, Delph, and give me Delph's dagger. And you... True, but I know him, and he will not rest until one of us is... Excellent.
Have you heard about her?
I knew neither of them would face me himself. Who sent you? Dangerous, yes, but narrow as a blade. That one couldn't see beyond the realm of his precious Enodon. He suffers for it. They are my sons and brothers, a vast family with one goal in this short life. To punish the weak and initiate the strong. His betrayal was the coldest. I dragged that boy from the depths of a Mergen nest, and then raised him as my own. It's a shame his spine leaked out of him. So, you're here on behalf of Delph, that traitorous sow. I gather you're here to send a message as well. Let me guess. What Delph doesn't realize is that the blood right is a privilege of the Red Legion. The choice is yours, stranger. Throw your lot in with the monk and his coward god, or work for me. At least I will pay you for your trouble. Don't tell me you're as thick as your friend Delph. I require his death. Either you can do it, or unwise. If you're not with us, you're against...
Not sure. No bloody clue who that is. Q? Q? Oh, Q. Just make it safe. Who the hell else is gonna sink them?
Come in. Care to part with some gold? Goodbye.
Oh, little old fucking Vanahoing.
It's done? I don't know how I feel. It's like the end of a long nightmare.
Like a sliver
how can
of
I ever
health.
thank you?
Yeah,
I took up a
wonderful.
collection around the mission. I lied and said it was for charity. See you soon.
I guess. Like, get a load of this fucker over here.
We shall prevail! Thank Mitharu you are here. Without the father, I would not have a place at the mission. He took it on faith that Mitharu has a larger plan for us. It is my home.
Yeah, she basically told him, shut the fuck up, motherfucker. And we're back and we'll use the restroom. like playing with your
Need
nuggets.
something?
Hoes get no dough.
I don't know what to do. Why go to a Fate Weaver? Why? Sometimes I don't feel this way. Sometimes it's reassuring, but not right now. Not when it's so close. I still think it's a blessing. Talking to that Fate Weaver means I can make good on the time I have left. But how can I tell my family? It's like erasing the smiles from their faces, or like killing the joy in their hearts. Why would I do that? So I don't feel guilty about deceiving them? Isn't that just selfish? Is it completely selfish to not tell them, so I don't have to see them upset? But facing this alone, truly, truly alone, I can't do it.
What you doing down here? Don't you know Agner Farhold is haunted by the spirit? So, are you foolish or just stupid? Not much is known about the fabled beings of Order. They abandoned this world long ago, leaving ruins such as this as a testament to their glory. I hope that by spreading tales of spirits and boogeymen, they could prevent the curious villagers from exploring too deeply. One can always hope. I'm skilled in alchemy, but it has never brought me riches or respect. The only way I will ever find glory in this life is as part of the Red Legion. She, like so many others in Goreheart, is prone to ignorance. She sees what she wants to see. I am her dutiful apprentice, and she is the wise mentor. Her whole life is a lie, she tells herself. They're very careful about who they allow into their ranks. And they were resistant about my membership at first. At least until I told them about Nanny. Her discovery will fetch a high price in Rathir. Could even decide this misbegotten war. Still, that is no concern of mine. I simply want to be one of the Red. Oh, I see. The twisted gnome has found herself a Nanny always was a fool. So immersed in her work that she failed to see the deception before her very eyes. At this very moment, they are moving crates of it eastward towards the city of Rathir, where they will fetch... Poor Nanny. So trusting, so... It is time.
Pew 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 pew. Pew 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 pew.
Sometimes this is too hard to believe. But you can accept the strangest fact that you were wrong. Yes, but that and this endless vacuity is horrible. The Ancient Ones were here. They delivered themselves into the world. The time-worn cycle turns with ages. The seasons drift along the stream. They wait for the past. The future brings the forming storm. This is no place for a home, for anyone.
Fucking Thor's an idiot. got you in trouble. That would have been a lot more fun if it was with Kratos. Yeah, but Kratos has more weapons and a lot more shit. It would have been funny as hell. Especially like Thor in the face and shit. That's funny as hell.
Taste my blade.
These walls are grown, are built of stone. Lovingly this place was crafted. You see the lights, the mystic halls of ordered reality? They are the faces of the missing, the embodied truth of the lost souls. There are so many of them. Still, you can see them. They are like pathetic charades. Some with good intentions, and you can't fault them that. But the majority of them are just a hoax. Needless to say, I don't like it here. You could have stayed free and lived a comfortable life, but you couldn't settle the disquiet that haunts people like you.
I know you're disappointed.
Hello. Care to part with some gold? Come see.
Piercing, 6 bleeding, 1 might, 6 gold, 5 experience, 10.
See me again. Yes. What do you need? Come see me again.
Get him some aquas, cause he's fucked up. It's something I need to do first. Let's get my money.
Behave yourself. That Dida Eolfred has a nice smile. She also has some of the best prices this far west.
Everyone in Gorhart is talking about the attacks. They say that the Red Legion is receding back into the shadows from whence they came. It is all thanks to you. You found the formula and destroyed it. Now, you may think you understand the impact of this. You are a friend to this village and to me, Nanny Henry. Take this. It is not much, but it gives you an idea of my gratitude. They seem so eager to aid me in my work that I've failed to pursue the proper references. Yes, I have only myself to... How was I to know he was a scout and a thief? His interest in alchemy appeared genuine. Our friendship, was that too an act? Farewell.
But at least his statue was a lot more nicer. Hey, the lady didn't give me one. The fuck? Bitch. Do I have to bite?
You're welcome in my... Shop anytime. Farewell.
It's busy today.
Times are hard. If you have the sword and stomach for this sort of work, peaceful enough. If it's peace and quiet you like. Trouble with bandits and rogues now and then. That's when there's a war in the east. And Dalentarth's... Some say they've seen Tuatha in these parts. Fools. I'll believe that when I see it. That's me. War-sworn since before you've been drawing breath. An oathblade near as long. Easy now, stripling. Earn your way to Pledge Shield first. Then, in 5 or 10 years' good service, you'll make a name taken by some lot of scoundrels to glorify their thievery. A name breeds fear and doesn't die like a man. But killing the men who use the name is a start, eh? They're unlike any fae you've ever seen. Red eyes to match their armor. And fae are folk, but not mortal folk. They're not concerned with the things we mortal. What have you been living under? We've been at war with the Tuatha for 15 years. Some may try to color it with fancy words, but we're warriors for hire, the best in these lands. You'll find those who have taken the oath are held in the highest respect all over Amalur. You could head straight to Shieldring Keep and pledge your sword. Might work, but a commendation from me would... To earn it, you must do something commendable. There are 2 brothers, scoundrels of the Red... Bring me proof you've dealt with them. I'll pay in coin, and my good... Shieldring, the oldest home to the... We're fighters for hire. They're both dangerous. But it may help to know Oscar favors the bow, while Osgar... Bring me their Legion daggers, and I'll pay with coin, and a commendation to join the order. Right then.
Greetings.
Take a look, and let me know if you'd like it grows on you.
Unique fitness, armor, surprise, unique jewelry, surprise, unique mighty armor. What kind of bullshit is this?
Give yourself a little time. Take a look and... Let me know if you'd like...
Pull up a stool, stranger. We don't have much. There are 2. The Losulfar are cool. I must be honest. Nothing of interest to tell. Or Matt would explain the beauty of these. If you need a healer's touch, Katrin work. I worry more about Nanny Han. Vast rolling hill. I will say this. I feel terrible about what happened. To that girl. Nice talking to you.
What is it? You made it. Just in time, too. Give me... Someone must go to the Fae and explain what happened here. One small misunderstanding and we'll no longer just be strangers to the Fae. She is a member of the House of Ballads, the legendary court of Fae heroes. They are warriors without equal, with centuries of glory. If one of their own was killed by a mortal, the House of Ballads and its king would bring a fierce vengeance upon us. Gorehart would be a ruin by... I'm not sure yet, but this is bad. She's Fae. Even worse, she's a knight in the House of Ballads. Fae don't kill their own. So if the House of Ballads learn, we could go to the War Sworn and get an oath of protection. But you're turning out to be... Rumor says that the House of Ballads... It's east of here, in the meadows of your... For all I know, the House of Ballads is nothing more than myth. But I haven't... One... Now they're nothing more than... Farewell. What is it?
Hey, here.
Time to fuck it up like Christmas.
I knew it was too
many, no more.
Who is it?
Hello.
I gotta say, looking at Thor and then looking at Sif, I don't get it. I meant Thor's like big and not cute. She's, well, I suppose cute, I guess. I found that funny. I was like, well, they definitely went for the fairy tale. you like Brock, by the way? You like Brock? The Blue Dwarf? He's asking because he's funny as shit. He called the All-Father All-Fucker. I'm like, well, it can't be bad if he came up with some shit like that. No. Yeah. I like this one. Back in this place. Got something. Gorka. It's an interesting name, to say the least. You tapped it with a hammer.
Proceed no farther, mortal. You are not one of our kind, and the seat of Sir Sagrel will never be occupied. Hallam the White prepares the contest, and he must not be interrupted at this, our time of greatest need. It is to fill an This is not a mortal concern. If Hallam learns I told you, he may see to it that I am banned. I did not fear them in previous seasons. They were our allies, as important to us as the autumn is to spring. But the Tuatha have upset the balance. I am known as the Squire. It is my duty to assist the Chancellor of the House of Ballads in all of his many endeavors. Hallam treats me well, and it is an honor to serve. The mortals in Gorhart believe they have established a permanent settlement, but they are sadly trees may be cut down, vines stripped away, but the forest will return, and it will not suffer the footsteps of the storyteller leads us all in the telling of the great songs of the Summer Court. He administers our house and serves our great knights in the Court of Enchantments. Only the greatest heroes of the summer may be counted among the Court of Enchantment. Their glory unites all Fae in a common net. The House of Ballads is home to the Court of Enchantments, where our heroes congregate and train before performing There are three main structures on the grounds. The Court of Enchantments itself features the Wall of Saga, which deep the Hall of Accolades is where the finest Fae crafters offer their... He was one of our most beloved knights. He was one of our most beloved knights, a ballad's treasure. I can't bear to think of him dead, now across the sea. A warrior for our savage cousins in the Winter Court. This new breed of mad... No doubt you speak of Illuvia, impetuous fool. I told her to avoid your settlement, to avoid Odorath altogether. I will chastise her appropriately upon her return. It is a loss, yes, but not the first unexpected event in this telling. What happened? Attacked, you say? Your kind is too timid to even speak to us, and now you're trying to kill us. I tell the people of Gorhart that they have nothing to fear from us. We mean them no ill will, as long as they leave the forest undisturbed, as I should not be seen talking to you. Goodbye.
Listen, all of you. As you've clearly heard, a rare
Let me take a look at you. Ooh, very fair you are. Too fair for the House of Ballads, that is certain. I tend to enjoy the company of mortals. So fleshy. I'm Ilova, instructor in the persuasive arts. That includes seduction, but you probably guessed that. I was brought here by Ferrara himself. Forbidden love can lead you in the strangest of directions. Here I am at the House of Ballads, and I won't even hold a sword. Care to be my squire? Intense relationships they are. Very intense. Many moonlit evenings are expected. The ballads sing of her as a winter court witch, and that she wishes to wither the summer. Me, I believe her affections for Wenson are quite real. I've met him, I know. I can make almost anyone do almost anything. Don't believe me? Ask one of my many admirers. I'm willing to make you privy to my secrets. For a price. Come back soon. Always a pleasure to gaze upon your sweet face. How can I make you smile today? Please tell me it's something improper. Bye-bye.
fools, always looking for trouble.
It does that for me too. It's weird. Right. So that's totally a mission. Leaving.
What? Alex?
Begone, outsider!
I do not approve. The contest is sacred. Mortals are not permitted to take part.
Mortals? This is quite the interruption, doesn't it?
What is a mortal doing here?
Leave us, mortal.
I wish not to waste my words on you. Now go! We Fae do not appreciate mortals tampering with our affairs. When you stand while all of our kind this is my third attempt at... All Fae know of the story. The House of Ballad's function is to ensure our narrative continue.
Wander elsewhere, man.
What is it? I am about to claim one of the telling's greatest...
You can't possibly expect...
What is it? I am about to claim one of the telling's greatest songs. I don't want to stand around discussing it.
Begone, outsider!
Mundane don't belong in Fae houses. What is a mortal doing here?
Go away! You will disturb the telling.
This does not concern you, mortal. You would not, could not, understand. One of our most beloved heroes has fallen. Sir Sagral's passing leaves his legend in peril. A seat in the House of Ballads cannot remain empty, lest the great stories end. And that must never happen. We are the collectors of tales, the warriors of lore, the most respected of all Summer Court heroes. Our great knights, Wenson the Bold, Airmer the Pure, Olaine the Kind, are destined to repeat their quests for all eternity, that no Fae may ever forget. They remind us of who we are and what we've done, of our greatest achievements and our deepest losses. The house ensures those defining tales are never forgotten. Sir Sagral, Slayer of Volzigan, Lord of the Morning Mists, and defender of the Crown of Haxi, was one of our most beloved knights. His tales have endured for generations. Several days ago he departed to do battle with the Grave Thresh, his most famous and legendary foe. But there was an event, a twist in the story. In this telling, it was the Thresh that bested Sagral. Such an outcome has never happened. I don't know what to make of it. You are bold, but that is not how tales are told in the House of Ballads. However, these are strange times. Magic weaves itself in new patterns and change. It is the one thing with which we Fae have no experience. If you so choose, join the other pledges. You too may attempt to defeat the Grave Thresh, recover Sagral's ring. And it is a popular tale. featuring the summer court's most treasured rogue. One afternoon, Sagril, his head sleepy with wine and dreams of women, awoke to a terrible roar. The treacherous maid of Windermere, villain of the House of Ballads, was summoning forth a beast from beneath the earth. When the maid departed, Sagril tread into the beast's lair and killed it, only to realize that it was simply the first of many deadlier enemies. What we, however, our cycle for yet, even as our many in the House of Ballads, Wenson founded the House of Ballads. The lair of the Thresh is east of this great. Go now, and make the song your own.
Dang. It's already one in the motor.
You made it. You're back. I was so worried that the Fae had taken out the revenge on you. As usual, I was wrong. The Fae has recovered, thanks to your potion. In fact, she wishes to stay in the village for the next several weeks as she recovers. Goreheart will be a new community, a place of compassion, and it's thanks to you. Please, take my sword and buckler. They will serve you well, as they have served me. I believe they call it shield ring. Bye now.
You know, the funny thing is when Brock died, what they could have done was have Atreus put his soul in the knife and then find the missing piece of his soul or some shit and then put him back in there. But even the smartest man didn't think of that.
Greetings.
I don't even know why they killed off Brock. It's not like he did anything.
Welcome to Goreheart.
Good lad, though. Good lad. Funny as shit, too.
I'm sorry. Did you say something? I'm a bit lost in thought. We had one night together. I can't. You might thank you for your kindness. No! I don't. On that was years ago. I know so little about them. It's strange. I know so little about. Farewell.
Got a raven hiding in the broom closet.
Sir Sagril was a clever rogue of great and merry cheer. Oh, come and listen to the song of he who had no fear, of he who we hold dear.
Brash dustling. You have no role in Fey telling. This story belongs to one of us, not some... First that strange maiden, now this. What is it you want here in Gorgoath? She approached each of us who is vying for an empty seat in the House of Ballads, sometimes in the forest, sometimes in the plains. Each time she offered reward beyond our imagining. All she asked in return was that we infiltrate the house as her agent. Needless to say, none accepted. The Beast and Gorgoath Hollow work together, like lovers. The grave thresh emerges to feed and kill, to collect sustenance for itself and the Hollow. When it returns to its lair, the thresh is embraced by Gorgoath, wrapped in a warm, living shell that protects it until the next time they hunger. Alas, Sagril's is a twisted tale, and we could use every available hand. You may stay, but the seat will never be filled by a mortal. We were too late to catch the thresh as it fed. Now the beast slumbers guarded by the vines and weeds of Gorgoath. If we can destroy the roots before they take hold, we can rouse the beast. Come, I'll keep the thresh occupied while you seek out the heart vines. Keep your eyes open.
Yeah, I'd have like my axe in my hand and shit.